A live picture right now at the White House where tonight President Trump is celebrating a victory. The Senate passed his big, beautiful bill with Vice President J.D. Vance breaking a tie. It was the narrowest of margins. They could only lose 3 Republican senators, and they lost 3. Tom Tillis of North Carolina, Susan Collins of Maine, Rand Paul of Kentucky all joined Democrats in voting against it. At the very last second, Lisa Murkowski of Alaska put in a bunch of things that would help Alaska, which got her to yes. The package now goes to the House, where Speaker Mike Johnson has warned senators not to overhaul what his chamber has already approved, but the Senate did make changes. That means the House needs to approve those changes, especially to Medicaid. Johnson wants to get this thing on the president's desk by the 4th of July. By the way, one thing that could complicate things is there's a whole lot of travel delays, flights going into Washington tonight because of weather problems in other parts of the country. So this whole thing could be delayed because there aren't enough members of Congress there in Washington. All right, meanwhile, Governor Newsom today holding a news briefing to highlight how he thinks those cuts in the so-called Big Beautiful Bill will affect California's wildfire efforts. He says the Trump administration has completely neglected its responsibility to manage the state's forest lands under federal control. Newsom sent the White House a model executive order directing the federal government to increase its forest management capabilities and invest to match California's.
We need an equivalent commitment of resources, not rhetoric, to support these partnerships. The reality is the Senate just hours ago cut the budgets to the Forest Service. This administration has cut the budget to NOAA. This administration has cut the budget to FEMA. We have less access to incident command teams. The U.S. Forest Service. The U.S. Forest Service is underpaid, not just understaffed and under-resourced.
57% of the forests in California are owned by the federal government, while just 3% are owned by the state of California. Newsom will be here in Southern California tomorrow to highlight his signing of a $750 million tax credit for Hollywood studios to film in California.